I've been thinking a lot about what I actually want. I like my free time. That's what I want the most in life is my own free time to do with as I wish. I'm really impatient with homophobia and transphobia and queerphobia. It all just seems really stupid, and it seems like everyone should be able to recognize we're just like human beings, like they are. They don't want anyone else telling them, not to be true to their own nature. And so, why are they doing that to anybody else? All these dumbasses throwing like old books at us. I'm sick of it. But that isn't how you change anybody's mind. Yelling at them, ranting about it. Sometimes it's not about the message itself, it's about the crafting of it. There are things I think about all the time, problems that bother me, just like things in society, tensions that exist and stuff, and trying to think a way to resolve ideological conflicts between different groups. I do think about it a lot because another thing I think about a lot is the phrasing of things. Sometimes it's just like revision notes. Like I'm like, you could have cut this word. I wrote my first book and, I think few people thought it was all right. Not very many people read it. I didn't really try to get a bunch of people to read it. But I loved it. It meant a lot to me. And I think I got another good one in me. Trying to move away from videos. As soon as I got my phone, I quit really writing that much because then I was just making videos on my phone. I think the audience I want is readers, which I'm not even really a reader anymore. I don't care about an audience. I mean, I'd love to have everyone listen to me and whatever, and then I'm sure I'd just be completely fucking overwhelmed by having people listen to me, by the attention and pushback, intense scrutiny on me. Just because I'm kind of scrutinize myself all the time, and so, it's good to get from other people too. I'm not saying that it's not. I watched Luca. I watched Girls 5 Eva because 4 isn't long enough. We're going to do things 3 together because it's 1 more than 2. I watched Rutherford Falls. They're really good. I watched a documentary about John Wayne Gacy. And now I'm watching Zoe's Infinite Playlist. The songs are hit or miss. I'm way more into the story with her family at home than the stuff at work. The first episode, the stuff with her dad made me cry twice. Dead dad stuff. I passed Last of Us 2. It's an incredible video game. I'll be talking about it in my classes. The moral complexity of that game. McLuhan said medium is the message. What's interesting to consider, especially with regards to Last of Us, is to think about what each art form can do specifically with each medium. Video games, because they're more immersive, because you have some agency within the parameters, the illusion of a open system in the game. It's a nascent art form, video games, so the storytelling is sort of really borrowing from movies. But Last of Us did like completely fascinating things with playing with subjectivity, and the game forces you to take on the subjectivity of different sides of a sort of blood feud in a way. And it's really interesting. It's a really beautiful game, and it was queer. I got really lazy in quarantine about taking care of myself in terms of just like, being more active and watching what I eat, because it's like I ain't going anywhere, so I just want to indulge because I always just want to enjoy the day I'm living in. But if you just try and enjoy the day you're living in, then the next day and the next day and the next day are going to start to hurt, because you have to invest your time in the present and the future in order to build something for yourself. When everyone's always like, live in the moment, live in the moment. I'm like, well, yeah, sometimes I want to live in the moment with a awareness of the past and hopefulness for the future. Living the moment by itself, has not always led me to progress and personal happiness. I indulge too much in whatever, even if it's just food or television or sleeping or, when I was in a relationship, sex, whatever. I just want to savor each day that I'm in. And I do think that's super important, but you have to incentivize it. At least I do with work. So yeah, I don't want to talk to anybody. I just don't want to talk to anybody. It's not because I don't love people and I don't enjoy talking to lots of people I know, because I do, but I just don't want to right now. I never act entitled to other people's time, ever. And so when people act entitled to my time, it pisses me off, it annoys me. And I think that's okay. I don't think I need to be a certain amount of social. I'm not the one who has a problem with the way I am. It's other people who have a problem with it. And it's their right to, you know? I mean, might as well be the villain in somebody's story. As long as I'm not the villain in my story. I don't want to be the villain in anyone's story, but you can't win everybody. Wanting to win everybody is problematic. What matters is your estimation of yourself, the truth of yourself. If you have the courage to lead with that, if you have the courage to admit when you're wrong and to look inward instead of blaming the other. I mean, I'm a very mercurial person, and I'm getting to the point now where people don't like it. I'm just like, fuck off then. Fuck off. I don't care if you don't like it. I mean, no hard feelings, but like, next.